Thanks for being here, folks. Volleyball, first broadcast of the season on JCTV. Tonight, Jefferson College welcomes their rival, Mineral Area College, here to Joe Ellen Stringer Court. Matt Keeney here with you. Thanks for tuning in. The Vikings are 1-3 so far, or excuse me, 1-2, that is, so far on the young season. And Mac comes in a perfect 6-0. Vikings are pumped up, they're ready to go, and we'll be underway in a second. Mineral Area on your left in the solid red jerseys, and Jeffco on your right in the red jerseys with white sleeves. New school year underway, so some new faces for the Jefferson College Vikings. Of course, some sophomores returning as well. At the front of the net, right there in the middle, that's Amy Simmers. She's a sophomore. Closest to us, number 13, Martina Marashinska, the international student from Poland, also a sophomore. And Haley Richardson also up front for Jeffco. The serve is there, off the fingertips. And Marashinska gives it a return, but the Cardinals are right there. Nice dig to keep it alive, but then into the crowd, so the first point goes to Jeffco, 1-0. So 25 points, wins a set. Best 3 out of 5 takes the match. And if we do go to a fifth, it's played to 15. Keeping it alive there was Lucia Barach, a sophomore. And Marashinska again, another nice dig from Paige Mays of the Cardinals. She's in the black jersey. She's the defensive specialist, the libero. 2-0 Jeffco. And for the Vikings, the libero defensive specialist is Mary Grace Masters, a freshman from Wentzville. She's there in the blue shirt. So there's the serve, and that's Cameron Bellinger, the freshman. Set up for Richardson, and then it's returned. And a nice kill there from Simmers, making it 3-0 here early on in the first set. So Cameron Bellinger will serve again. She's a freshman from Florissant. And that one, a point for Jeffco, 4-0. So just over the line, out of bounds. Vikings are on a roll to start things off. Bellinger will do it again. She's 5'4". She attended high school at Incarnate Word. Gives a few bounces, and here it is. And a big block from Simmers. Richardson was there as well. 5-0 Vikings. Five straight points to begin the match. Bellinger will have the serve again. Big spike, but it's dug by Masters and returned. That's out. No, they will say it was tipped by the Vikings. So first point of the night for Mineral Area. It's 5-1. Mac will have the serve. And Paige Mays will have it. She's a sophomore from Burney, Missouri. There's Marashinska. And she'll get the kill as Mac got a hand on it, but then couldn't handle it after that. 6-1, Lady Vikings. Mary Grace Masters, the freshman, with the serve. Her first chance tonight. Nice block from Mac. Vikings keep it alive, and another block. Aaron Wolford and Sonia Krischer were there for the Cardinals. to deny that chance. So it's 6-2. Mack will have the serve in a moment. Jenna McGraw will have it, freshman from Bismarck, Missouri. Marashinska hooks it over. And a block. It will be Vikings point, no violation. Marashinska and Alex Seeley were there. Seeley's a freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee. So a substitution here for Jeffco. Coming out, Lucia Badach. And another block. Goes over to the side. Point Jeffco. Score is now 8-2. Lady Vikings lead it. Haley Richardson will go back for the serve. Freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. Went to Fort Zumwalt West. And that one, the ref will look. And the judge gives it to Jeffco. We'll have a timeout. Vikings lead it 9-2. Vikings have the serve after the timeout. It's Richardson. Into the net. Great effort from Bellinger, but Vikings couldn't get it across. So point for Mack. It's 9-3. Mineral Area will have the serve. It's Michaela Campbell, freshman from Imperial. She went to Windsor High School. Big spike there from Seeley, and it ends up being a point for the Cardinals. So it's 9-4. Campbell will serve again. Marashinska will have a whistle. Violation on Jefferson. So it's 9-5. Vikings lead now 4. Mack still serving. And nice misdirection from Rachel Poole, a freshman from Marble Hill, Missouri. She kept him off guard with that. It makes it a 5-point lead for Jeffco, 10-5. And here's Alexandria Pierce, another local player from Festus, and she will serve, a sophomore. She's one of the defensive specialists on the team and just out of the reach of Pierce and Masters. So that's a point in favor of Mack. It's 10-6. Mineral Area will get the ball back to serve. Aaron Wolford will have it. Good block from Mack. There's Ilitskova. And that's too far. Vikings didn't tip. So point for Jeffco, 11-5. Lady Vikings will get it right back. Alex Seeley will have the serve. That's out. So Vikings 11, Cardinals 7. Serve goes to Mack, and it's Natalie Gramad, sophomore from Perryville, Missouri. So we have a quick pause. The ref is now ready. And that kill will go to Amy Simmers off the fingertips of Mineral Area. So Vikings lead back to 5, 12-7. And here's Badach, sophomore setter. She's an international student from Croatia. It's too far. So it's 12-8. A couple of subs come in for Mineral Area. One of those is Samantha Mayer. And Mayer will have the serve. She's from the county. She's from Festus and went to St. Pius. That's out. Looked to be off the hands of Pierce for the Vikings, but on the other side of the line. So 12-9, Vikings lead down to 3. Mack still with the ball. We'll have a whistle. Violation on Jefferson. So it's 12-10. Vikings do lead, but now just a 2-point lead. And there's Simmers with it. And that's too far off the hands of Iletskova. The Vikings want a tip call, but they will get it. They changed the mind of the ref. So it's 13-10. Vikings get the point in the ball. It wasn't the call initially. From up here, it looked like it may have been tipped, though. Either way, Vikings get it. Bellinger will have the serve. Should kick things off tonight. Vikings block it up front. Block it again. That's too short, into the net. It's 14-10 Jeffco. Good crowd on hand. Of course, the Mineral Area games always have a nice crowd since they're not too far and they get a lot of visitors coming. But also some home fans here that have some inventive signs. I saw a Viking helmet out there. That goes Mack's way. A little head cut out like you may have seen on the College Football Saturday show on ESPN. Fans are getting creative here at the Fieldhouse tonight. It's 14-11. Vikings lead by 3. And there's Simmers off the fingertips, and Mack should be able to get it over, and they do. Richardson, that's returned. Richardson again with the soft touch there. And here's Marashinska, and that's going to be too long. So it's 14-12. Vikings do have the lead, but now the ball back to Mack. There's a strong kill from Martina Marashinska. The sophomore from Poland sends it home. It makes it 15-12 in favor of Jefferson. That's too short. Mary Grace Masters looked to mishandle that. So it's 15-13. Mineral Area will have it, and it's McGraw. Big kill from Richardson, back corner. Vikings love it. 3-point lead, 16-13. And Haley Richardson will now have the serve for the Lady Vikings. And that one finds the court just out of the reach of Bellinger. Masters was also close. So now a 2-point lead again for Jeffco, 16-14. Michaela Campbell with it for the Cardinals. That one just makes it over the net, and it's blocked. Ramad and Wolford were there for Mack. So just a 1-point lead now for Jeffco, 16-15. You may hear the Mack fans stomping. Jeffco fans need to get into this to get the home court. But that goes Mineral Area's way. You probably heard the cheers. Well, they must have reversed the call because now Jeffco has the ball and the scoreboard does read 17-15. So thanks for cheering for Jeffco, Mineral Area fans. We love it. Huge kill from Marketa Ilitskova. Three-point lead, 18-15 for the Vikings. Ilitskova, the tallest member on the team, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and another point for Jeffco, 19-15. Here's Pierce. So that goes to Mack. It's 19-16. Mack has the serve. There's Wolford with it. Off the hands of Masters, and a point for the Lady Cardinals. So it's 19-17. Jeffco's had the lead. It's grown and here and there, but now down to a 2-point lead for Jeffco and back to a 3. 20-17 now. Vikings will have the serve with Alex Seeley. And she can't get it over. Vikings 20, Cardinals 18. Cardinals will have it. Here is Grimaud. Vikings somehow get it across. And Mack will get the point. Just a 1-point lead now for the Vikings. It's 20-19. We will conclude the set after the timeout. There's the serve after the timeout. Vikings get it across, but Mack will have the point. And we're all tied up at 20 here late in the first set. So Mineral Area will have the chance to go ahead with that serve. And Ilitskova will put the Vikings back on top as it flies into the crowd. 21-20. There's Badach, too far. So it's tied up, 21 apiece. Meyer will have the serve for the Cardinals. And there's a big kill from Haley Richardson. Gives the Vikings a 1-point lead, 22-21. And of course, they'll get the ball. Cameron Bellinger going back for the serve. She's got it. So again, 25 points wins the set. You must win by at least 2. And we're tied again at 22 apiece. Paige Mays with it for Mack. And now Mineral Area has the lead, 23-22. Mays again. Bellinger had to back up, and she's got it back. And the Vikings watch it hit the floor. And now it's set point for Mineral Area. 24-22, Mac leads it and has a chance to win set number 1 right here. We'll have a point for Jeffco, a 2-hit violation called on Mineral Area. So the Vikings still alive, trailing by 1 late in the first, 24-23, and we'll have another timeout. It's close here late in the first set. Vikings trail by 1, but have the serve. Here's Masters. Just under the hand of Masters, and that will do it for set number 1. Mineral Area wins it 25-23. We'll be right back with the second on JCTV. We're underway in set number 2. Mac leads the match 1-0. They took the first 25-23. And that one just into the back corner. So Mac leads this second set 1-0. That's Samantha Meyer to serve, and she'll have it again. There's a block at the front. Vikings will have a chance to return it, and a 2-hit violation on Jeffco, so 2-0 Mineral Area. Meyer will have it again, and now Marashinska will come in to take it. Block there from Jeffco, but it's a net violation. So point for Mineral Area, 3-0, Lady Cardinals. Four nothing. And 5-0. Landed just inside the line and just out of the reach of Bellinger. That's what the Vikings needed. It's out, a point for Jeffco. And they'll get the ball, so it's 5-1. There's Masters. So Mac will get it right back, 6-1. And here's Paige Mays with the serve. And there's a point for Jeffco, it's 6-2. Vikings have the ball. Here's Haley Richardson with the serve. Whistle. And Jeffco had a violation, so it's Mac's ball, 7-2, Mineral Area. Into the net from Jenna McGraw. So there's a turnover. And Jeffco will have it trailing by 4. Alexandria Pierce, the sophomore from Festus, will serve it. Good battle here. And a whistle, and the Vikings will come away with a point, a double hit it looks to be. So 7-4. Cardinals lead it, but Vikings will hang on to the ball. It's Pierce again. There we go, another point for Jeffco. We need those fans as loud as they were earlier. I didn't bring my glasses tonight. I thought earlier that was Mineral Area's fans cheering, but it was Jeffco, so I apologize for that. I called myself an idiot for that one. It's 7-5, here's Pierce. But it's good to hear that support from the other athletes, from various members of the community and the college here tonight to cheer on the Lady Vikings. That last was a point for Mac. It's 8-5, and Michaela Campbell has it. A block there, and the Vikings are able to keep it alive, and they get the kill. Rachel Poole was there, and Iliskova was also in the area for Jeffco. So it's 8-6. Vikings do trail by 2, but they'll get the ball. Alex Seeley will have it. Just off the hands of Richardson. She just couldn't get to it. Nicely placed by Mack. So the Mineral Area lead is 2-3. It's 9-6. The official will have something to say to Mary Grace Masters, and not sure what the issue is, but just a brief delay. I guess they're confirming the point. It did go to Mineral Area. It is 9-6, and here it is. Nice misdirection from Simmers. And Masters dives, just can't get there, just out of her reach. So a 4-point lead now for Mac. 10-6. Waiting for them to wipe the floor, and they've done it. So we're about ready. Erin Wolford with the serve. Into the net. Vikings will get it back. Trailing by 3 now. Mac 10, Vikings 7. Badach will have the serve for Jeffco. Somehow that gets across, but the Vikings were there. And a net violation there looked to be on Badach. She kind of came into the net as she approached the ball. So a point for Mac, it's 11-7. Nice. Richardson was there for Jeffco. She put it to the court. So it's 11-8. And Bellinger will have it. Barely getting across, but Simmers was able to handle it. Another misdirection, but the Vikings are there. And Richardson's attempt is blocked, but handled, and she will take it again. Nice save from Mack to keep that one alive. Another good battle. And a whistle. Point for Mineral Area. So violation on Jeffco. Mack gets it, and here's the serve quickly. The Vikings had to scramble to get ready for that one. block, but Vikings are able to keep it alive, and there's another kill from Richardson. We've seen her with a couple of nice points tonight. Again, she's one of the freshmen on the team, Haley Richardson from O'Fallon, Missouri. That was Mays with the serve for Jeffco. It's 12-9, Vikings trail by 3. And another point for Jeffco, the crowd loves it. Looked to be Marashinska with the kill. So a 2-point deficit for Jeffco, 12-10. Badach able to get there, and the Vikings do return it, and a point for Marashinska was tipped by Mack. So 12-11, Vikings have cut the lead to just 1. And here's Mary Grace Masters again. Big block at the front. Seeley, Richardson, and Marashinska all involved on that play. We're tied at 12. Marashinska falling and keeping it alive, and it's returned. Marashinska again. This one's handled. And diving, but not able to get there, was Bellinger. So back to a 1-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. They'll have the ball with Mays. And she puts it into the net. So tied at 13. And it's Richardson with the serve. That one, a point for Jeffco. Off the hand of Meyer. And then it landed out of bounds. So Jeffco on top now by 1, 14-13, and there's Richardson. Bellinger is able to get there. Marashinska is blocked. And just a bit too short for Richardson. Nice play at the front of the net by Mack to tie things up at 14. So Mineral Area will have it. That was McGraw. Marashinska just over the line, but nice play to even get to it and able to return it. So it's 15-14 Mack. And Richardson just couldn't get enough on it. So Mack back on top by 2. 16-14. There's McGraw again. And there's a kill for Alex Seeley. Alexandria Pierce checks into the game, as well as Marketa Ilitskova. And Pierce will be the server on this play. Vikings trail by 1, 16-15. Soft touch, but kept alive. Natalie Grimmaud able to come away with the kill for Mack. 17-15 Lady Cardinals. And now Michaela Campbell will have the serve. As I said earlier, she's from Imperial, so not too far from here. Vikings will get that point. So Jeffco hanging in there, trailing by 1 here in the second set. It's 17-16. Seeley will have the serve. Mineral Area leads the match 1-0. They took the first. And we're tied again, this time at 17, as that was out of bounds. So here's Seeley again and can't get it across. So the Lady Cardinals are back on top by 1, 18-17. Here's Aaron Wolford. Big block. Seen a few of those tonight from Mac. They have some strong play up front. But the call will go to Jeffco. Must have been a net violation there. We're all tied up at 18. Here's Lucia Badach with the serve. Misdirection, but Vikings are ready for it. And they're able to get it over there. That was Ilitskova. She took something off it and landed where it needed to be. So the Vikings have the lead, 19-18. Badach is getting ready to serve it again. And that falls short. 2-point lead for Jeffco, 20-18. And we'll have a timeout. Vikings fell behind but have come roaring back and lead it by 2 late in the second. Lady Vikings lead by 2, 20-18. Lucia Badach will have the serve in a moment. Whistle. Here we go. Set up for Ilitskova, and she decides to go the soft route. Pierce diving to get it. And Ilitskova again, that time she'll spike it and get the kill. So a 3-point lead for the Lady Vikings, 21-18. Just off the fingertips of Richardson. So Mack will get it back. It's 21-19 now. Lady Vikings do have the lead. And Ilitskova was at the front. The call goes Jeffco's way. Violation on Mack. Ilitskova came in and tried to get her fingertips on it, and the ball actually missed. But no harm done. Vikings have the point. It's 22-19 now. Vikings 3 away from evening this match. Blocked. Marashinska and Simmers. (23-19) Jeffco. Mays able to keep it off the court, and Marashinska returned it. This time it's Pierce. Actually, that was Bellinger, and either way it ends up as a point for Mack. So Vikings lead by 3, 23-20. Mineral Area will have the serve with Meyer. Simmers, and they can't get there. Paige Mays made a dive for it, but couldn't come up with it. Set point for Jeffco. It's 24-20. And here is Masters. Soft touch and just out of the reach of Marashinska. So it's 24-21. Lady Vikings lead by 3, but it is still set point. Paige Mays will have the serve for the Lady Cardinals. Vikings are going to wipe the floor real quick. The Cardinals do stay alive. Richardson's attempt is returned and falls in front of Mays. So it's a 2-point lead for Jeffco, 24-22, but it is still set point for the Lady Vikings, and we'll have a timeout. Vikings need one more, but Mack has the ball. There's Marashinska, and she gets it. The Vikings win set number 2, 25-22, and even this thing up at 1 apiece. We'll be right back on JCTV. We're all tied up at 1 set apiece. It's the beginning of the third. Jeffco's got the ball. Cameron Bellinger with it, but a point quickly for the Lady Cardinals. So Paige Mays, the defensive specialist, has it for Mack. And there's Richardson, and she'll get the first point of the third for Jeffco. It's 1-1. Masters with it for the Lady Vikings. And Richardson will track it down and leave it for Bellinger. And a big block. Richardson and Seeley at the front of the net for Jeffco. So it's 2-1. And Mary Grace Masters will have it again. And there's an ace. 3-1. Lady Vikings out in front early on in the third. That's too far from Masters. So the lead's cut to 1 for Jeffco. Mineral Area will have it. Jenna McGraw. Marashinska, but it's handled, and there she is again. Now Richardson will give the soft touch, and it works. 4-2 Jeffco. They'll get the ball back, and Haley Richardson will have it. Violation there on Mack, so Jeffco will keep it with a 5-2 lead. And there's a kill off the fingertips of Alex Seeley. It's 6-2, Lady Vikings. Richardson again. Misdirection, but the Vikings are ready for it. Bellinger was there. And that one clipped the net, and it ended up being a favor for Mack because it slowed it down and Masters couldn't get to it. So it's 6-3. Mineral Area will get it back. And Campbell will have it. And there's another kill for Seeley. And it makes it 7-3. So Vikings lead by 4. They will have it. Alexandria Pierce will have the serve. And too far, out of bounds. So a turnover. It will go to the Cardinals. Aaron Wolford will have the serve, trailing 7-4. And another one for Seeley. That one just clipped the line at the back of the court. So 8-4, Vikings lead by 4. And Alex Seeley will have the serve. And no one can get there for Jeffco. Placed perfectly by the Lady Cardinals. 8-5. Cardinals get the ball. Natalie Gramad will have this serve. And that's out of bounds from Elet Skova. So the Cardinals hang on to it. It's 8-6. And Simmer's attempt is blocked at the front of the net. So 8-7, Vikings lead cut to 1. Ramad will have it again. That one's dug out by Mays. And Pierce made a good effort but couldn't get it. So 8-8, we're all tied up. And the Lady Cardinals will keep it. A whistle, point Jeffco, 9-8 Lady Vikings. Violation on Mineral Area. So the serve will go to the sophomore Badach, leading by 1. And there's a huge kill. That one from Hannah Glasstetter. So back to a tie, it's 9-9. And Samantha Meyer will have it. There's Elet Skova. Elet Skova and Mays come together and then it falls under the net. So a lead for Mac, it's 10-9. And off the hands of Richardson, a whistle and a point for the Lady Vikings. So we're all tied up at 10. Jeffco will have the ball. It's Cameron Bellinger who will back up for the serve. And an ace for Bellinger. So Vikings lead by 1, 11-10. Blocked at the front by Richardson. Now Richardson has it again, and it's just on the wrong side of the line for the Vikings. So point Mac, all tied up at 11. Mays will have the serve for the Lady Cardinals. Just clips the net, but it does get over, and then misdirection from Badach. Puts the Vikings back on top, 12-11. And here is Masters. And that one falls to the court just in front of Lucia Badach. Back to a tie, 12-12. So Mac won set number 1, 25-23. Then Jeffco came back to take set number 2, 25-22. Now we're all tied up at 12, about halfway through the third. And a block. Gramad and Wolford at the front for Mineral Area. It gives the Lady Cardinals a 13-12 lead and the ball. And there's a nice kill from Seeley. She's been active this third set. It ties it up at 13-all. Haley Richardson will have the serve. Soft touch didn't work. Vikings were there. Now we'll have a whistle in favor of the Vikings, a 2-hit violation on Mack. So Jeffco back on top, 14-13. And here's Richardson again. And another ace. Paige Mays got a hand on it, but too strong from Richardson. So a 2-point lead for Jeffco, 15-13. Mays able to get that one into the air. Bellinger came in to save it for the Vikings, and there's Marashinska. And Marashinska drives it home off a couple of fingertips. We'll have a timeout. Vikings lead by 3 here in the third set, 16-13. Haley Richardson with it. Vikings lead by 3. Trying to keep this run going. Oh, just over the outreached arm of Masters. So the Cardinals come away with a point there. And they'll get the ball, trailing by 2. 16-14. This is Campbell. There's Seeley. It's handled. And tipped by Jeffco, so another point for Mack. It's 16-15. Lady Vikings lead by 1. Campbell again. Marashinska there. And Richardson. Another nice kill near the back of the court. So it puts the Vikings back on top by 2. Jeffco will get the ball. Looks to be Alexandria Pierce, who will have the serve. And Seeley with another one in this third. So Lady Vikings up by 3, 18-15. Here's Pierce. Seeley's attempt blocked, but it's kept alive. Blocked again, kept alive again. Iletskova able to get it over. And a big block, Seeley and Rachel Poole for Jeffco. (19-15) Lady Vikings, 4-point lead. And that was a great point right there. Looked like the ball would fall in Mac's favor a few times, but the Vikings kept it going. There's Ilitskova, and Ilitskova, it's going to be a violation, we think, yes. Too many hits for Mac. Just waiting for the whistle on that one. Or a lift, possibly. Either way, point for Jeffco. It's 20-15, 5-point advantage. So Pierce couldn't get enough on that serve. Turnover. Wolford for the Cardinals. At the back, kill for Ilitskova. 21-16 in favor of Jefferson College. Fingertip block from Ilitskova. More on that one, and they get it over. So it's 21-17. Vikings lead it. Natalie Grimad will have the serve. The sophomore from Perryville is out there for the Cardinals. There it is. And there's Amy Simmers. Cardinals are able to get it across. And there's Richardson, and another strong kill from Richardson. 22-17. That one ended up in the Cardinals bench. And we'll have a timeout. Vikings have the lead late in the third. Lady Vikings with a 5-point lead. Badach will have the serve. It's 22-17. And Badach, valiant effort, but couldn't get to it. It was nicely placed by Mack. So 22-18. Lady Cardinals have the ball now. Samantha Meyer with it. Simmers up front. She gets the point. No, the call of violation. Must have been a net. So 22-19. Mack cutting into Jeffco's lead late. And it's out. So Vikings will get it, leading 23-19. Match tied up at 1 set apiece. Vikings hoping to go up 2-1. Cameron Bellinger with it. That one's blocked. And it is a point for Jeffco. Went diagonal, went out of bounds. So it's set point, 24-19. Bellinger will have it. And into the net. So Mack stays alive in the third, trailing by 4. Still set point for Jeffco. There's Marashinska, just out. So it's 24-21. Paige Mays will take over the serving for the Lady Cardinals in just a moment. Vikings had a question for the official, and that's answered. So here's Richardson now, and it's blocked. Vikings give it to Marashinska. Mays is there, and then there's Marashinska. The Cardinals are hanging with it. Richardson this time, and it hits the courts. Richardson gets the kill to seal the third for the Vikings. They win it 25-21, and Jeffco goes up 2-1 in the match. We'll be right back with the fourth in a moment on JCTV. Fourth set underway. Mack has the ball to kick things off. Vikings lead the match 2-1. Mack will get the first point here in the fourth after a violation on Jeffco. And it's quickly 2-0 Mack, as that one fell into the net on the Viking side. Samantha Meyer has had the previous two, and she'll have it again. And there's a kill from Martina Marashinska. Makes it 2-1. Vikings will get it. Mary Masters has it. And soft touch from Alex Seeley. Fell right in the middle of a couple of Cardinals. Point Jeffco 2-2, and then served quickly by Masters, but into the net. So 3-2 now. Cardinals. Paige Mays with it. And Richardson's attempt is blocked. However, net violation. So Richardson will have the serve for Jeffco, all tied up at 3. Finds its way to Marashinska, and a little bit too strong, out of bounds. So Mack grabs the lead back, 4-3. Jenna McGraw checks into the game for the Cardinals. She'll have the serve. And good kill from Marashinska. So that means it's a 4-4 tie. Vikings will have the ball. Pierce will be the server. That one's off the side of the net, and a point for Jeffco. So Lady Vikings lead 5-4, and here's Pierce. And Ilitskova sends it to the back of the court. Off Mayer's hand, but she couldn't do anything with it, so a point for Jeffco, 6-4, 2-point lead, Lady Vikings. And then leaping into the air and grabbing the kill is Wolford. So the Cardinals will get the ball back. They trail by 1, 6-5. Campbell asking for the ball, and she's got it. Just clipped the net. Richardson able to keep it alive. Might have hit her in the face. And that one is a 2-hit on Jeffco, it looks to be. So 6-6, point for the Cardinals. They'll retain the ball. Campbell again. And another point for the Cardinals as the Lady Vikings couldn't get there after it was deflected. So 7-6 lead now for Mineral Area. Misdirection, and Seeley was able to get it. And that's blocked. Blocked by Wolford. And Whiffler was also there for the Cardinals, Mackenzie Whiffler. We will have a timeout. Cardinals lead it early on, 8-6 in the fourth. We're back from the timeout. Mack has the serve, leading 8-6. And they get another point. Poole got turned around on that for the Vikings. So 9-6, Cardinals. And it's still Campbell with the serve. And Vikings lay off, and a good decision, out of bounds. So 9-7, Jeffco will get the ball back. And Alex Seeley will have the serve, the freshman outside hitter from Lebanon, Tennessee. Big block, point Jeffco. Sorry, it did go to Mack. So violation on the Vikings, it's 10-7. Mineral Area. And this time Wolford will have the serve. She's a sophomore. And then Elitskova's attempt blocked, but the Vikings are right there. We have a whistle. It will go the Vikings' way. So, Jeffco trails by 2. It's 10-8. Vodach will have the serve for the Lady Vikings. There it is. And that will go into the stands. So 11-8 Cardinals, they'll get it right back. And the serve from Grimad. And there's a kill for Jeffco. Richardson was there. So 11-9, Cardinals with the lead. Vikings will get it back. And Bellinger will have it. The freshman from Florissant bounces it a few times, and she leaps. She's ready. There it goes. Fingertips from the Vikings, but Marashinska couldn't get it across after the initial contact. So it's 12-9 Cardinals, and now Samantha Meyer will have it again. Seen her serving often tonight. As many of the players during that rotation, a couple of Cardinals collide, and it's a point for Jeffco, 12-10. Lady Vikings trail by 2. And Mary Grace Masters has it. And there's Richardson. It's returned, but the Cardinals can't get to it near the front. So it's only a 1-point lead now for Jeffco, or for Mineral Area, sorry. Jeffco trails by 1. It's 12-11. And the Vikings come together, and they're able to salvage that. And it's out. So we're all tied up at 12. Vikings keep the ball. Masters will hang on to it and have the serve again. Nice save from Mack to keep it going. And the soft touch is returned and then returned yet again. And it falls to the court just in front of Masters. So point, Cardinals. 1 point lead for the Cardinals, 13-12. Here's Mays with the serve. And a whistle, a 2-hit violation on Jefferson. So, 2 point lead for Mac, it's 14-12. And Richardson's attempt immediately deflected in return. Now Marashinska, another strong block by 2 Mineral Area Cardinals. Wolford and Bethune. Amara Bethune into the game now. So it's 15-12 Cardinals. Another block, but Vikings keep it alive. Masters calls for it, and now Bellinger returns it. Whistle, point Vikings. Violation on Mineral Area, so Jeffco will get it back, trailing by 2, 15-13. Here is Richardson. And a 2-hit violation there, this time on the Vikings. So it is Cardinals ball, and they lead by 3, 16-13. And another nice block by the Cardinals and Aaron Wolford, as the Vikings couldn't return that. So 4-point lead for Mineral Area, 17-13. They'll keep the ball and serve. And Marashinska gets the kill after it's off the fingertips. So it's 17-14 Cardinals. Vikings get the ball back. Pierce, the sophomore from Festus, will have it. And Richardson got a hand on it, but it goes the opposite way. So 4-point lead now for Mac, 18-14. And it will still be Michaela Campbell. Now she takes over, excuse me, so she's ready, and there it is. And there's Seeley for the Vikings. Masters dives, and it's kept alive by Seeley at the front. And there's Ilitskova. Marketa Ilitskova puts it in the back left corner. And the Vikings get it back, trailing by 3. Now Alex Seeley with the serve. And a misdirection works. That was Natalie Grimad with that. So 19-15, Mac, they lead by 4 and have the serve. Richardson, it's off the fingertips, but they keep it going. Now Ilitskova just couldn't get enough on it, or maybe she just missed it a bit. Either way, it was blocked. It's 20-15. Cardinals will wipe off the court. They trail, or lead, excuse me, by 5. And they'll have the serve. It's Wolford. And Elitskova, Wolford got her arms on it, but it went into the bleachers. So it's 20-16. Vikings trail by 4. Lucia Badac will have the serve for Jeffco. And she will get her hands on it there. And there's Elitskova, but Mays is able to get in the way of it. And no one can get there for the Vikings. Simmers made an attempt. So point for Mack. It's 21-16. Late in the 4th set. Jeffco leads the match 2-1, but Mack is threatening to take this 4th. And they're 1 point closer as it's 22-16. And we'll have a timeout. It's 22-16 Cardinals here in the 4th. And there's Richardson to get it back for Jeffco. So 22-17. Here's Cameron Bellinger, the freshman. Nice effort from Jeffco, but they can't get it over. So Mineral Area gets it back, leading 23-17. 2 points away from winning this set and evening the match at 2 apiece. Richardson tried the soft touch, but out of bounds. So set point for the Cardinals, 24-17. And here's Samantha Meyer again. And it's off the hands of Bellinger. So Mineral Area does win the 4th, 25-17. And we will decide this one in the 5th after we come back on JCTV. We're just about ready for the 5th set, going all the way tonight. This set will be played to 15, not 25. Vikings have it to kick things off. It's Bellinger. And point number 1 goes to Mack. So Mack won the first 25-23. Jeffco won sets 2 and 3, and then Mack came back to take the 4th, and now we are here in the 5th. And it's 1-0 Mack, and that one all the way back over for Jeffco. There's Richardson, and tipped by Mack, so a point for Jeffco. It's 1-1. Vikings will get the ball back. Mary Grace Masters will have the serve. Badac able to get a hand on it and send it over. And she'll set up Richardson with a misdirection. Marashinska pushes it across. And Badac will set up Richardson, and it will be a 2-hit on Jeffco. So it's 2-1. Mack, they'll get it. Mays will be the server. The defensive specialist sends it over. And there is Richardson for Jeffco, and then off the arm, finally, of Cameron Bellinger. So 3-1 Mineral Area in the 5th. Point Vikings. A 2-hit violation called on the Cardinals, so Jeffco will get the ball. Haley Richardson will have the serve. And another point as no one could get there for Jeffco for Mack. This time it will be McGraw with the serve. It's 4-2 Cardinals. Make it 5-2. Richardson keeps it alive, then blocked by Aaron Wolford. And that makes it 6-2 Mack. Jenna McGraw with it again. And there's the point, Jeffco. Richardson got the kill. 6-3. Vikings trail by 3, and they'll have the serve with Alexandria Pierce. And Richardson gets that kill. McGraw got her hands on it, but she wasn't able to elevate it. So it's 6-4, Vikings trailing by 2. Now by 3 as Pierce could not get the serve over the net. It's 7-4. Mineral Area will get it. Looks to be Michaela Campbell, a freshman from Imperial for Mack. And nice misdirection to get a point right back by Rachel Poole. So 7-5 in favor of Mack, but Jeffco's got the serve. Here's Alex Seeley. And right into the net, 7-6. Mineral Area lead cut to just 1. Seeley will do the serving again. And the Vikings will try to tie it up here in the 5th. Whistle call on Jeffco, a 2-hit violation. And it's 8-6, and midway through the 5th, we will switch sides. So we will watch the teams trot around the court. Vikings trail by 2 here in the 5th. So now Mineral Area on your left, Jeffco on your right. Mack has the serve, and it's Aaron Wolford. Whistle, point Jeffco. Looked to be a double touch or 2-hit on Mack. So it's 8-7. Vikings trail it by 1. They have the serve. And we'll have a timeout. It's getting late. Good game. Score's close. Back from the timeout. Mineral Area ready. Or excuse me, Jeffco's ready. And a nice spike and the point by Haley Richardson. So we're all tied up at 8, about halfway through the 5th and final set. Again, in the fifth, we played a 15, and you do need to win by at least 2. Big block. Vikings keep it going. And Amy Simmers comes up with a big kill to put Jeffco out in front, 9-8. And Rachel Poole will have the serve. And that's out. 10-8, Lady Vikings. Now on top by 2. And Mack will call a timeout. The Vikings are pumped. Jeffco's just about ready after the stoppage. They lead at 10-8. Here it is. And there's a kill for Mack. They'll get it right back. Jeffco with a 1-point lead. And off the net. So back to a 2-point advantage for the Lady Vikings. It's 11-9. A couple of subs come in. One of those is Cameron Bellinger, and she'll take the ball and have the serve. And that one in favor of the Cardinals. So 11-10, Vikings still do lead with a 1-point advantage. But serve for Mack and Samantha Meyer. We've got a whistle and a point for Jeffco. Violation on Mineral Area. So 12-10, Lady Vikings lead by 2. Mary Grace Masters lines up for the serve. Vikings bunched up front. Here it comes. Richardson for Marashinska. Off the fingertips, but the Vikings are able to get it, and then back to Marashinska. It's deflected, but Cardinals are there. And then just out of the reach of Masters, who dove for it. So 12-11, Vikings lead by 1, but Mack has the serve with Paige Mays. There's Richardson to get it right back and get it back to a 2-point lead, 13-11. And Haley Richardson will try to keep the momentum going with the serve. And she just can't get to it that time. So it's 13-12. Again, back to a 1-point lead. The back and forth continues. The Vikings have that 1-point lead, but Mack has the serve with McGraw. Just on the other side of the line in favor of the Cardinals, so tied up at 13 apiece late in the 5th. The match is tied at 2 sets apiece, and both teams will talk it over. Cardinals are ready for the serve after the timeout. And they'll have to back up to get it and keep it alive. They do. There's Marashinska, not that time. Vikings back on top, 14-13. And here we go. Vikings get the ball. It's Alexandria Pierce. They have a chance to win this. It's set point. Blocked at the front. Blocked again. Here's Pierce. And they'll set it up for eventually finding Mays. Or Masters, sorry. Soft touch, but kept alive. Richardson gets it across. The soft touch again, not able to get there in time, was Pierce. So we're all tied up at 14 again. Mack will get it back, and it will be Campbell with the serve. So again, the winning team does need at least 2 in this final set. And that's into the back corner for Jeffco. Rachel Poole was there. 15-14. Jeffco on top by 1, back to set point for the Lady Vikings. Well, everyone was pumped. The call goes the Cardinals' way. So 15-15 instead of 17-14. Into the net. So again, here we are again. Set point for Jeffco. They lead it by 1, 16-15, and they have the serve. It is Poole. Tied up, 16-16. Ball back to Mack. And now it will be set point for Mineral Area, 17-16. And we'll have another timeout. Tide has turned. Momentum seems to be Mack's way. It is set point for Mineral Area. Let's see if the Vikings can make something happen. Blocked at the front. And the Vikings stay alive. That might have been going out, but it's tipped by Mineral Area. And we're tied up again at 17 apiece. Jeffco will get it. So after what looked to be a win for Jeffco, the Vikings were celebrating, but the ref had yet to make the call, and it went Mack's way. And now we're all tied up again. And 18-17, Mack back on top. The game continues. The Lady Cardinals will have the ball. And it is set point for Mack. It's 18-17. And that will do it. Mineral Area comes away with the win, winning this one 3-2. A bit of a heartbreaker for the Vikings as they fought back, but a good game, valiant effort from both sides. Vikings fall to 1-3 on the year. Mineral Area remains perfect at 7-0. Thanks for being here, everyone. Matt Keeney with you. We will see you next time.